Mute. Forget I did myself. Shit. Nee, wacht. That's a little awkward, isn't it? Hello, Danielle, welcome in. How's it going? Sorry, I'm just quickly just fixing out all the bugs, getting ready for Monday. Had a great week. I was gonna go back here. Yeah. It's just me and you talking anyways for now. I hear what you're saying. If you guys get chatting and stuff, all I can do is, okay. I know on OBS I can create an extra voice, like a sound bar. I can connect the extra sound bar for that pulse and I can mute that. So I can mute that actually. Because I've got one for my music, I've got one for my mic, got one for my desktop, so I need to add another one here. Ek verstaan nie daai vraag nie. Ek het gekyk. Gonna buy liquidity still on top. Well, maybe the equalize if everyone's talking about that, but okay, cool. That's alles weer up and running. What's it? Oh ja, awesome. A warm water bottle. En dan Franco, dit klink dalk nie soos 'n slegte idee nie. Yes, ek het geanalyse uit die website vandag. Ja, Daniel, agree. It was boring and without the background. I'll change up songs now. I just press play, so I don't know what's gonna pull through. And I see I can put a question or comment. That's cool. I'm learning all this stuff now. That chat's pulling through. Kan jy vir my as jy mag, kan jy gou check YouTube vir my? Ja, as jy hande nie daai koue bottel, warm waterbottel los nie. Okay, cool. Cool. OBS is running. I got chat streaming on both sides. I'm happy about that. Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, TikTok, everything's running. I just have to find out how I can get some managing roles there. Yeah, it is cold. Even here, Terry's teeing off at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Hi, Banana. Welcome in. I wonder why the chat is not pulling through. Yeah, it is cold. Even here, Terry's teeing. Hmm. Nou ja, kom ik hier. It is also cold. The coast is also cold. Currently it is a full 15 feels like 11. So yeah, it's okay. Still cold. How's it, guys? Now for one reason my chat from my ek het sien jy het comment gesê, maar hy trek dit hier net. Is op my foon. Hmm. Ah, the pin comment does not stay long. That's sad. Only for like 60 seconds, the pin comment and chat. No. I can play a cool song. Tile floors, and it's really cold, but it's beautiful in summer, and then it's like walking into your aircon. Great new broadcast. Ons het Ivan, yes Bella, lekker jy Jim. Jy moet ek het hom 2 dae terug vanoggend ban. Ek het nie geweet jy mag 83% af in 'n livestream sit nie. Fraudulent activity. Okay. So yeah, everything's up and running. I won't do that again. So you learn. Forgive me twice. Sit down. Ander music. Daniel, dankie vir die like. Terry Beer is lekker. Ek kan nie like omtrent smash floor. Music. Change. Divan, hoe was jou week met trading? How was your week with trading now? Sorry, I have to ask in bilingual terms. I'm not going to go trilingual. Music. What's message? It should be no light shine. I think maybe we need a bit more upbeat for this. It's a great tune though. Elder Brooks. I might think just keep on sorry. Wanneer van daai weke? Yeah, I hear you. I know what that means. I know how that feels. Start like a house on fire, then we burn down. Always good. I'm gonna, yeah, I had a good week. Um, see if this works now. So kicking Twitch is pulling through. It's just YouTube that's not pulling through on chat. Dis die ander chat ek moet probeer kry, Discord. Ek het nog 'n screen met kry vir chat. Dis nou weet ek hoekom streamers extra screen het net vir chat. Dis die plan, ja, want ja. Oh, yes, a legend. Okay, I'm not gonna worry too much about the comments on YouTube now. Yeah, if Daniel, 100%. So dit is 'n extra ding. I can tell you the net we just spoke about it, that it does pull through on stream, and there should be an option for me to mute it, which I haven't found yet. But 100%, if there's questions, it's like having people in the live that everyone can hear. So I might just keep it open until it gets really noisy in the background, then I'll just mute people who are noisy. Very simple. I don't want to say noisy. Some people leave their mics open and chow on a pizza wrap or something. Yeah, 100%. Keeps everyone in touch. 100%. It's not a one-man band, and definitely will. I don't want that at all. At least you need to do a tango with Terry. Yeah. Yeah, or TV in the background. Sausage. Anyways, thank you guys for joining in. I really do appreciate each and every one of you who smashed the like and everyone is chatting, and I won't obligate you guys to be here in any form, shape, or way. The guys on Discord I know known for a while now. I mod them, but well, I've modded them. TikTok, I don't know how that works. But yeah, there's if everything works out and pans out how I'm planning it to be, I'm gonna see if I can really escalate this on a 11-fold scale. So when I say 11-fold scale, I'm only allowed to go max 11 accounts. I don't want to do that. Terry, it'll actually be cool if I do that challenge live, eh? Or keep track of it. AI versus EA versus ST. No, no, no. Videos of day. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'll post on it. I won't do live on that. Not at all. I can definitely do that. Danielle, I want to ask you, and I also don't want to ask you because once again, I don't want to obligate you to be present all the time because that's not my means. But I can definitely assign you the role if need be, and if you're in, you can ban everyone. But that's probably not the point of. Jose, I'm only trading NASDAQ futures, brother. If you want to learn how I do it, or just join a lot of people who've been smashing the same entries without even talking to each other because we've got the same methodology, jump in Discord. Links in the bio, my guy. Once again, Daniel, Nonce, I am Leighton. Welcome and chill. I'll first just give you a call, Danielle, and we can chat it over. I don't want to feel like, or make someone feel that they have to be at all. But to give the role, and when if you're here 2 or 3 times a week, then there's at least someone. Terry only downloaded TikTok last week. Okay, so you installed it again last week. uh, this thing going here. So as long as see my yeah. Okay, cool. It's about a 10-second delay on YouTube, which is okay. I don't need to see this. Let's see if I do it. I'll I'll accept your proposition in that sense, and I'm greatly and truly appreciative. I'll definitely think of something to remunerate you in some form, way, or matter. I really would, and will. Who knows? Maybe this gets really big, or maybe this thing fizzes out in 6 months. Either way, I'm giving it a shot. Never thought I'd be streaming stuff. But yeah, awesome. Dankie. Waardeer en waardeer jou. See, now you got a house down at the coast. There you go. Start. No. Ik nou moet opgegeven met chat. Um, Even op tomorrow. Something that no. I just told the market no. I asked another check. Can it? Okay, cool. Get that on die chat. Okay, cool. Um, so I might check on just on demo here for entertainment purposes because I took 2 trades. Yes, that shouldn't have done that. Well, if its place comes back to us and then continue this 100%. Quickly top down. The screen is extremely messy. I was on the screen the whole day. So I'm not with you now. I can just top down. Gives a clue and idea that we want to go that direction if you want to put it very basically. But yeah. Okay. Hourly. That POI is already done. Cool. It's a lot cleaner and a lot more better. Lunch high. Okay, we go. It really has a place. I want a little bit short. It's in the same one. This one is here, but let's try this. No. Or we just try and play golf. Jason, welcome in. Thank you for joining. That's another thing. I have to do like a whole day of. Different long-term vision. It builds up slowly and gets better and better as it goes. Just leave it here for now. Top down, so currently in a bullish momentum. We, for anyone and everyone watching, we did make new highs, all-time highs. Or not all-time highs. It just finished up the buy model, so you can say you should have taken a sell, not a buy. Okay, cool. No, I'm just kidding. Was there news out? No, there's no news out, so this is nice manipulation. It is still currently in a sell program. It hasn't. There we go, Divan, well done. Jy het gevra vir daai low resistance liquidity run. Low resistance liquidity run. Ja, LR. Ek's bly. Nog iemand het geld gemaak vandag. Well done. Well done. Nou maak jy die shut you down. Kry jy 'n kop koffie, klim op die bank, sit 'n movie aan. Paar komberse. Ja, dit there you go. Just play in the background. Maar wel dan die wat. Nee, shit. So sad dat you want to see any Discord? Are you in the Discord? What I'm asking is, you can see a couple of the guys who took trades, including myself, in the Discord. Taking this buy. I did this one this morning. I just removed all my screens and everything. I took this buy here to here this morning with chains. It's so beautiful. Die link werk hier try weer. Anders kan ek vir jou WhatsApp. Wait. Yes. En my baie werk hy nie, hè? Nee, jou so uit. Ek gaan net op my skerm nou, ek wil net sien hoe. Ek sien op my skerm. Maar kom dit nie op nie. Nee, maar ek bedoel net, gooi nie na daai link toe nie. Ek noem dit blur nie. Nee, maar dan Maar dan sê hy expired. Ek wonder asof die links nie expired in die ruk nie. En ek gaan nou dit check. Pretty cool. I'll WhatsApp you and then thank you for letting me know that the link is expired. I don't know if I need to do this on a weekly basis. It's okay. I could just set a reminder on my phone, refresh the link. Um, but I think WhatsApp, you're gonna get your number. I think Discord's link self expired van Discord af. Nancy JR, ICT maar, eintlik nie ICT nie, was dit SMC. We trade SMC aligned with time and price, higher time frame POIs, and price action. Very simple, very straightforward. IG sentiment, normal IG sentiment. Um, NASDAQ, Dow, S&P, DAX, the dollar, fundamentals on news, just plotting out the road and entering where it presents itself. Nee, ek kan nie luiten. Ek dink Terry kan geraas so kyk so jy kan hoor. Ja, hy is baie sag. Okay, ons skaars hoor. So ek is hoor. Ja, maar hy sê expired. Ek hoor wat jy sê. Hy sê expired. En hy Yes, Dodger. I'm not cool. Awesome, mate. Yeah, there's no wrong way or right way of doing trading. Well, the wrong way is probably our mentality and incorrect thought processes and risk management, I guess. But if you make money with Bollinger Bands, if you make money with trend lines, if you make money with Ishimoku or Vicanash or Renko or whatever it might be, blessings to you, to each their own, whatever works. I just found a surety and a calmness, and I'm going to quote Philippians 4, verse 4 to 6. A calmness that transcends all understanding, that peace when I enter a trade that I'm so convicted with my entry that I actually start stacking. And I've never had that freedom and relief in my life ever with trading. Always, when I press the button, my heart felt like it was, yeah, just playing Scatman, I guess. Didn't know which way to go and what it's trying to say. Caught the rhythm the faster I went, but wasn't a nice feeling. And now I can enter a trade and know if I'm wrong. There was an analysis part, but my entry model is with all the confluences. There's so many confluences on top, which I consider always like a. What would you suggest I need advice? I'll tell you now. Okay, cool, yeah. Sorry. What advice do you need, my guy? And you got a couple of people in streaming as well who can comment for you. It's not just a one-man band. It's not just me. Got a couple of veteran, seasoned, experienced guys who we all still learn and feed off each other, and it's cool. If you want to go quick, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. It's good to be back. My God, yeah. I've never traded for over a month and made 10K profit, but not sure if should buy a prop account yet. All right, cool. If you're not too in a hurry, again, if I may ask, I want to ask two questions. First one, and that'll dictate if I ask the second one. How long have you been trading it? Not that that's a measuring stick at all. Not at all. I just watched a guy who's been trading for 6 months, just over 6 months, and he made millions. It's on the Word of Wisdom podcast. But his scenario was different. He was a very special case, and he's brilliant. But so it doesn't matter if you're trading 6 months or 6 years. I've been in this for a long time, and it took me a very long time to learn. Um, for almost 5 years. Yeah, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah, if you've got your emotions down to a point where I won't say detached to emotions, you're aware of it and you can control it, especially with bigger numbers. That's probably the biggest part where people falter, and have a proper risk management concept, or the risk that you expose yourself to the markets, and don't overtrade, don't the basic stuff. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, go for it. If you are still uncertain though, see if you can make 10% on whatever account you want to buy on a demo. For instance, if you have a 50K, for example, make 5K, so just 10%, reset it, do it again. Reset it, do it again. If you can do it 3 times in a row, make 10%, 10%, 10%. I don't want to take 3 months of your time, so 10% a month. That's probably more realistic. Um, but if you feel confident in it, a prop won't end the world if you blow it. I promise you, I've blown a lot of accounts. So jump in. I got something to guide me and started being profitable when the power in guide me. Philippians 4 verse 13, for I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Uh, 1 Corinthians 12 verse 9 or 10, when I'm weak, I am strong, for he who is in me. Matthew 6 verse 33, and well, there's so much I can go on, brother. So yeah, go for it. And if you fail, you just use that as material to learn. There's no reason to quit. We if you're a trader, it's the one thing we do get is no, and we get losses a lot. And there's a point where it comes to where it gets less and less and less. Yes, we still make mistakes, but 50-60% profitability is amazing in this game. And then if you can get the mindset right, that you only need 1 or 2% a week to change your life. One 200K account managed correctly with 2% a week, you can change your life. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your maths is on that. If you can make 8%, 2% a week, which is massive already, you can even go 1.5% if you really want to lowball yourself. If you can make 1.5, you can do it on one trade a week. One trade a week, 1.5, what's that? 6%. 6% of 200K is $5,500. $5,500 a month? Yeah, brother. It's maths. It's my volk gaan te vrolijk van tekort van kennis. Anyways. Hey, there's not a bone in my body that will make me quit trading. Yeah, beautiful. You were in the same boat for that. So yeah, hit it up. You'll be entrusted with a little, then you'll be entrusted with a lot. This is talents we were given to be able to assess a very complicated market. Sorry, I'm looking at the chart here, just fizzing around this, but I didn't even move it up. But yeah, JR, if you want to join a group of like-minded people, the Discord link is in the bio. I want to see if jy nog hierso Divan, because I sent you a message. Thanks for the follow, JR. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see a thumb war. Never thought I'd say that at my age. uh, yeah. uh, well, if there comes anything from TikTok, I'll split the $2 each for you guys. Okay, if something ever comes through with it. Nonetheless, JR, welcome in. Divan, hoe add ek jou op Discord? Het jy die link gekry? I sent you a message. Ek kan nou nie jou selfnommer hierso op die live share nie, maar geen laaste 4 nommers 3022. Via WhatsApp gestuur. Ja, ek het hom geshare en hy sê ook die datum wat ek hom geshare het. Dit was die 17de. Jy was nog hier. Nee, ek het nou net een create. Nee, die link is legit. Dus hy lees nie die message nie. So, okay, cool. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Copy link. Sorry guys, I know. I really appreciate it, guys. Not that we know what's. Okay, cool. What I can do, weet jy wat kan ek doen? JR en Divan, ek gaan vir julle direk gou stuur hier, so want ek kan sien wie my gefollow het. JR, message. I just sent you a message with the link. Divan sent you a friend request. Accept one mutual server. Oh, okay, cool. Jy het reg gekom, lyk my. You're long. No, 2Chainz, not at all, brother. Not yet. For what it's worth, I haven't taken any entry yet. If I do, I'd probably want to see something happening over here. But we're in a sell model currently, which is this 56. So if something happens past there and shows some price action, probably could. Or maybe come back and utilize it as support, but only will be in the next cycle, which is in. Oh, it's almost actually. Thank you. 2Chainz. What are we on the daily? I thought we were close by taking that sweep over there, but this is future, so the contracts have rolled over. So there's something here, I guess. Maybe not. This sell model, buy model has been completed. The initial drop displacement from the tariffs came back up, and this whole move is mitigated. We've got a balanced price range. So maybe not all-time highs. We are very close to it, though. We were like not even 100 pips away from it, I guess. But it's beautiful to see the price action. I've been long since 18K. Ah, you swing, eh? Swing, brother, swing, brother, swing. I'm very short. I don't let my trades run for more than 90 minutes max, and then I'm uncomfortable. So to each their own, eh? If you make money, my guy. It's at. I'm guessing total, guys. I see 14K total. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you all. Terry's gonna buy you all pizza flipping. What? Fold over pizzas. Pizza on it. That's a nice little tap in. Well, yeah. Well, no, barely. It almost got there. Rejected it, yeah, but almost got there. Is there S&Ts on the NASDAQ? No, not really. Sell model, buy model, sell model, buy model, made a new high. This not a light bulb though. Jeez, almost since 18K. Moet ek call druk. Skus bro. Ek het nou jou op chat verloor. Gee my 'n sekond. JR, I did send you a Discord link there. I will renew that now. Oh, that's a nice tune. Day and night. Hello Divan. And it does say joined. Oh, just jump into Well, sorry. You have to follow the rules. Just hit the squirrel and the shade guys. Well, kom ek sê dit net gou weer. Also, welcome in a very final rules. Those two channels you just have to tick. When I say tick, give an emoji on the verify. There's a squirrel. Click on the squirrel, and on the rules, just press the guy with the glasses and say you're cool with it. Then you can jump the join in the live. Send me just going two chains will do, brother. Yeah, I have to do this manually now, so I apologize for the inconvenience, guys. This is my bad. Uh, two chains, you just need to follow me, brother. Then oh, there you go. Then I can see which one it is. Why are you not following? It's not popping up. My God. We'll just close this out. Awesome. I can feel as donkey. Awesome. You guys don't have to continue doing this. I don't know if you guys have an internal conflict. If that's the case, carry on. But I don't want to get involved. But I do appreciate it. Thanks. Still don't know what it does. Okay, cool. Bragging rights. Ah. I got $5 on Getty there. uh, here we go. Welcome in. No worries. Ek het dit bietjie complicated gemaak. One. That's it. All good. My dripper is. Oh, what's up, Joe? So, just for what it's worth, guys, you are on TikTok as well. The Discord feeds through to TikTok, just live content. Is reg, ek het geld tekort net vriende. Is jy weer terug in Mosselbaai? Ons kan 'n bietjie chat. I'd rather go to CP Roasters. Mosselbaai Golf Club's coffee's not nice. At CP Roasters, you can definitely have a couple of nice coffees over there. Bukabula, Burundi, Limu, all those nice ones. Sure. Well, he's trying now, isn't he? Yeah, he's getting replaced, so we're gonna find someone new to. Hey, I know they wouldn't. I know they wouldn't. But imagine if you get someone like, um, what's his name, Biden, to replace Powell. That'll that'll mess up. Oh yeah, the whole economy will go. I mean, Well, if they put someone in charge of the whole United States, I won't call it too far-fetched to put down a Muppet, I guess. No, please, man. Dankie, Leighton. Dankie vir die rosies, my boetie. Ek kon so gesplit het tussen Terry en Daniel. Thank you. Okay, gaan. Ek gaan nie vir jou bos blomme stuur nie, hè. Sorry. O, ja. Nee, jongens. So, if you guys have any questions, JR, Divan, please feel free. Passive is our silent killer. He started candle patterns back in the day when he was in the war. He helped the Chinese develop it. The anatomy of a candle. Rose is a submarine engineer expert. He just retired, so if you need your submarine fixed, he's your guy. And yeah. Uh, okay. Trade CFD or futures? Okay. I got a nice little thing that I'll show you later on, especially for London session. Futures works. It works better in futures than in London session. Francois not here. What is Francois? He does it very well. Um, very simple. It's not a strategy. It's literally it's not a strategy. I don't want to change anyone's strategy. But it's just something cool with how the algorithm works. CFDs with London. It's pretty cool. What? Damn, I'm not know. Yes, yellow legends. Asia high. Thank you for using Asia high or low. Asia high or low. We're back at Asia high now. We are back at Asia high. Let me just quickly draw this out to Asia high. There. Yes. Probably yes, but the market was due for a retracement. The market is in general due for retracement. I think because it's the weekend, it tried to reach I won't say all-time high, but just mitigate the whole move where the tariffs, I think it was in March or end of March, dropped off, and it finally completed it. From my side personally, I don't think we'll go any lower. If if max, we probably would get Asia low, if max. But we to a bullish frame. We're in a short bearish, 100%. You can look for shorts. I'm not saying don't, and I don't say take any trades, but I'm too bullish to consider shorts. And if they do take shorts, very short-lived shorts, um, yeah, I'd still be bullish. We still, even this blue line that's on my screen, it's still above the hourly imbalance. So this is current support on an hourly. And I explained this to Chen's, one of my mates, Riz knows, we've been trading for 2 years together. And he asked me, this is a very interesting question he asked me, because I think a lot of people do. Hey, PJ, welcome in. I think I think a lot of people struggle understanding this, or don't even, I wouldn't say realize they misinterpreting the way they should approach price. Um, he was asking me, how do I know what price action on a higher time frame to consider for an entry? And I wasn't quite sure what he was asking. And I just explained to him what I do. And my top-down analysis consists of, and me and Terry do this every day. Um, we do it daily. We look for imbalances. We look hourly, look for imbalances, and we do Asia high, low, and EQ. And those are my fixed POIs. And then for PM session, we do Asia high and low as well, lunch high and low as well. those are POIs. All of them are POIs. So what he did was he wanted to try and get entries on the higher time frame and then execute on the 1 minute, which is incorrect. You look for POIs on the higher time frame and enter on the 1 minute. And the easiest way for when the penny dropped, and I actually heard the penny drop, was if he goes to the 15 minute and wants to trade price action on the 15 minute, don't go down to the 1 minute, stick on the 15 minute and then take entries based on your analysis. And then you understood it. So a lot of people try and, well, not try. No, it's very simple. Instead of trying to look for an entry on a higher time frame, your higher time frame is just your roadmap. Simple as that. We're just looking for POIs on a higher time frame. On the daily, on the hourly, on the 15, those are all POIs. That's it. It literally bounced off a resistance level now. It did two things here. It mitigated this whole up move from New York Open. It balanced the price range. So we had a buy model, sell model. We're back to an efficient market. But the first support it got was, or after that, was the hourly imbalance. And here's the hourly imbalance. It's the freshest hourly imbalance. There we go. This is the freshest. Yes. Uh, yeah, for us, mooi. Wel, ek het uitgegaan, hy het ongoed uitgegaan ook, ja. Sorry. Yeah. So, this is on the hourly. This is the current displacement and price state above it. There's no other displacement. It's currently an inverse fair value gap. And the newest displacement is over here. Let me just take this out. So we do have this imbalance that is the freshest one, but that is for sales. So I won't take it because of sentiment in general and days done in my sense to a point, but it'll probably reach the end of this. It actually did mitigate this whole move. This imbalance here kept me, so now it's below it. Now I'll start maybe looking for sales, but I still won't because it needs to come back, retest it, fail, and then time and price needs to match up and all that. Yeah, I know I said a lot of things and a lot of people might not have understand what I meant there, but in essence, your point of interest is a higher time frame point of interest, and you can get 5 to 10 points of interest in a day. People say they don't know where to trade or where to take entries at your POIs. After you found your POIs, then you start looking for price action on the lower time frame, whether it's the 1 minute or 5 minute. Yeah, to each their own. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Golden level. Yeah, beautiful. And I believe it would and should. So I'm just getting right to what you're putting down. You take Asia, London high and low, and uh, you take London high and low. You're looking for a liquidity sweep into that. Here, it swept EQ and London low. EQ, it came back into EQ of Asia, but it swept London low and then came back into the range. And then you probably, yeah, beautiful. Yeah, cool. No, awesome. That's staying, brother. Nothing wrong with that. It's I've been there as well. Yeah, stick to it. If you the more you do it, the more conviction you'll get, and the more conviction you get, the more confidence you get, and the more confidence you get, the more you can either scale in or risk more. 20K. Yes, 100%. So you can even be profitable on 30 to 40%. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people think it's a low number. It's not. If you can get at least a 1 to 3 on the 30 plus 30 and plus percent, you're still winning. It might not be the gains you want, but it's still it's past the break even point where a lot of people even don't get to break even point. So well done, kudos to you for number one. And now you can start redefining your entry model and see if you can get back up to 40%. Not get back up or get to 40% consistency. Um, how many trades do you say you took? 42 over a span of a month. Okay, so that's still 1 or 2 trades a day. Okay, up until now. Let's go through. It's about three trades a day, right about. Right about. I'm just trying to see where sien dis hoekom is dit nie dalk so baie daar nie later. Um nou is onder jy het gesê gaan nog sorry I just see this thing is still continuing. Might even get Asia low. Um yeah, you're going to do either one of two things. Either reduce your exposure and it might seem anti progressive, but less is more in that sense. If you can get more winners and less losers, but the only way you can do that is taking less trades instead of taking more trades, because the more you expose yourself to the market, the more risk you're laying on the table. So if you can maybe just cut down to maybe 2 trades a day, and that'll even hone and zone in your focus to take optimum trading entries where, and I don't know what your rules are, brother. And first and foremost, hmm? Yeah, beautiful. So you've got a structure. Yeah, mine is one. Actually, I took two, but mine is, I want to say strictly one, but I won't ever go more than two because I find the less I do, the more profitable I get, or the more my win rate goes up. Uh, yeah, you get in a very, it's dangerous. You get in like a gambler's mindset. It's a very dangerous place to be at, and after a point you lose all control because then it's based on feel and what you think the market should do, and that always ends bad. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it would, it should. Yeah, it would 100%. 100%. But it's a yes. What? Wat Zushi said. And I'm gonna voice this because it's an open public forum. But cool, let's see it react off of this. So just on an extra, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna explain it now. I read it an hour and a half ago. So just a quick background. I don't know which side to begin with this background, but nonetheless, we called it, it was originally an alpha candle. We learned the strategy from someone and then went up into being a spirit candle because I introduced it to a group where I used to still trade in London, a prop sense group, and they still to this day call the spirit candle. It's just a specific time that a candle prints where orders gets picked up from hedge funds. So I don't know if you know about fixes or anyone. Tell me if you do know about it. PJ, Layton, um, if you know about fixes, you'll know what I'm talking about. But fixes are just prices that hedge funds put out for orders to be picked up at a later stage. So you get the London fix in New York and you get the Tokyo fix in London. Beautiful it's 9 out of 10 times fixes get hit. You can build a whole strategy around fixes on its ace. But that's besides the point about this. Mr. Carter, thank you for the like, brother. Um, Zusi on his public forum. Oh, then afterwards, I joined Zusi's mentorship last year, November ish. Did his 2024 course. Fell in love with the whole price action and time price and everything. And a little bit earlier, hour and a half earlier, he pointed out. So, and this is where this whole thing comes to is TAPDA, 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 time and price displacement algorithm or something algorithm, time and price something algorithm. Is IPDA, is enterprise delivery algorithm, which is from Michael, who was the founder of ICT, I guess, or guy who did ICT, or ICT himself, if you want to put it like that. But the thing he pointed out, and I had to give some background for that, is we had a spirit candle, and he pointed out, and I told Terry, he got his own spirit candle, which is weird because I never thought of it, never saw it. I know about TAPTA. I don't apply TAPTA. I do only IPTA. Um, but quickly look at this and tell me how random this is. You can see my screen, right? All right, cool. The candle I marked out is the 9 o'clock candle of the previous day. New York Open tapped into it and bounced off it. Now, cool. Could be a coincidence, could be just price action being price action. But the previous day 9 o'clock candle was utilized as support. And Zeus literally 2 minutes after, 5 minutes after he posted that, he says, and check the previous day. And then he just with a sarcastic, cheeky smile said, look at the previous day as well. So if you go Thursday, 9 o'clock, it got tapped in. Now I'm going to go to Wednesday. Here's Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Oh, wow. Price tapped into it again. Twice in a row. Let's go Tuesday. Where you 9? There's 9. If you got PM, yeah, the previous day PM you used for New York Open. So it's just one extra support or resistance level you can add to your trading in the background. Like make it transparent, use it as a supply and demand, and just keep, yes. It's beautiful. And as you go back on each one, you'll find where price. Here's another one. I've gone 4 in a row now. Here's 9 o'clock here, the previous day, and then New York Open, smack bang came off it. The moment it left it, if you go down on the 1 minute here, you're gonna find your entry there. So it's just, and I can mention this, or I can say this, or voice this because he put it out 45 or an hour ago, and I don't utilize it. It's public information. Yes. Okay, good. I'm feeling a little bit. Let's go. What for the buy? Ja, ek sien wat jy sê. Albei so op ES is hulle op midnight open. Hy het support gekry daarso en daar yes, jy kan dit as 'n divergence sien. Jy kan dit as S&T sien. Ja. Ek sê nie jy kan nie, ek sê nie met 'n entry vat nie, maar jy sien dit reg. Ek stem saam. No worries, chef. Guys, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. This is the first stream back after being banned for 2 days because I didn't know I couldn't put stuff up, which I didn't know I should have. But it's the third week. This the last day of the third week, and from next week we'll definitely have everything under control and running. And already this community after 3 weeks has grown very well. So thank you all, bless you all, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I like working with people. And I did try the first 2 nights to do song requests. That didn't go that well because I ended up being a DJ and couldn't look at the charts. It was horrible. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I scalp DJ at that. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, cool. Mine is set up in a. I can first and foremost give you mine. It's open. It's open source. If you want to utilize it, you can if you want to. My best friend of 12 years ish, 12 years ish, only got mine 3 nights ago. So um, you're in the same boat now. Um, yeah, it took you one day, so it's easy to catch up. I just never knew I could share it because the source code wasn't available until they open it up and see you can send the public link, which was amazing. Never knew it. But yeah, I'll share it if you want it. It's set up specifically for AMD. So once again, I don't know if it you can alter it. You can definitely go just AM and PM New York and not have it broken up into 90-minute cycles, which I prefer. I do it because of PO3 and AMD. Um, there's a reason for the madness. But yeah, I'll send it to you. Oh, yeah. Mm, yes. It, you know, it, exactly that. Ja, jy moet wag vir daai bullish candle close om te confirm. Dis nee, nee, cool. Lyk het net gevra te sê ja, price action is daar, maar dit sou nie enter confirming want daai sê bull. Ja. Mm, ja. Dis beautiful. Ek het van dit geleer, yes ou. Wel, divergence. Ek het so 'n divergence cheat sheet gehad wat ek nooit in my kop kon kry nie. It took me about a year to understand divergence because every time the line shifted and I don't know what was up or down. It was the weirdest thing and now it's second nature. Um, yeah. Mm, mm. Yeah. It's the yes. Mm. Oh, yes. It's confluence. Number one, and then it's a cracking correlation for being highly correlated assets. If the one is on a higher time frame, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, showing that there's a divergence in sense, there's a probability and possibility that a change in state of delivery might occur. Maar ek het jou verstaan. Ja, hou voor dat so. Net as die mooiste ding van trading. The simpler you make it, the easier it is because no, it's normal. Like and having so much in we've got one guy in one of our other groups. You can barely see his screen. So even mine now is rough. Like I can actually remove something. There you go. You can barely see the. He's got a white background. You can barely see the white. So many indicators, and it's. I can't. get this again? Indicators. I'll just quickly give you this. Oh no, it's not that one. I want to give that one. Okay, betaalsel, maar ik ga hem hou. Good old days, since 2000, in 2017, beginning 2018. Which chart started this journey? Man, how's League of Legends treating you? Okay, cool. I'll send you that NDA. Play around with it, set it as you like. Cheers. Marks on Asia, marks on. Yes. Mm, extended macros, die indicator. Wacht, dat maak sure. Copy publication link. Message. Kijk, verstuur. Cheers. Yeah, that was it. For what it's worth on that one, it opens up. You have to make it smaller for 15:15 because it goes, I think, half an hour to half an hour. So just go 1:45 to 1:15. Guys, yeah, it's a big hindsight, you ken hom. Ek klap jou hande vir daai. Yes. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Send journey pass, Danielle. I've not. Are you making? Danielle, as jy in Terry hier toe kom, is dit nou die tickets wat jy gekoop het daar? How's it dot? I think I got all the dots. Hello, my een vriend het 10k in een dag gemaak maandag. Bless hom, chom. Ek hoop hy vat julle uit vir 'n lekker steak dinner en hy moet die waiter tip. Ja, ek weet nie, I don't know, but bless him. Seën hom, chom. Dis awesome. As ek ja, ek encourage almal en enigiemand wat hierdie game kan geld maak. Ek praat net percentages, dis makliker om te pallet. Ek dan vir message vir. O, dan is dit ja. Dan maak jy 'n training weer toe en maak hom weer oop. Ja, ou, ek maak well, if it's dollars, then it's a good run. Depends on his account size, but yeah, I make a couple of $1,000 in a good day. Not that we talk dollars or units. Easier to talk in percentages. I also give away a lot of 2Ks. Ja, jy kan change wat ook al jy wil hê. Ja, dis wat ek van gepraat het. Macros. Dit is so lekker wees, dankie. A double. Inputs. So macro type, not ICT standard, you go extended macros. And then the styles. Ja, ek sê eerstens extend, dan gaan ek net daai tye veel op, there you go. Ja. Mhm. Ja. Wat doen? Ja. Hectic. Wow. Nee, is niet voor, al is het een, mm, hectic, hè? Ja. Dot. Ek het niks gekry nie. Ek het nie 'n message gekry nie. Maar ja, given ek's baie opgewonde, I'm looking forward to a challenge that I'm gonna put myself through. I'm gonna see if it doesn't materialize, it's not the end of the world. But I'm gonna like if it does. Yes, price drop knows a clip. How far we can go? Yeah. I'm gonna, I'm gonna take on an EA in the first 255K wins. Yes. Okay. Um, okay, yeah, okay. I can delete none gedoen. So obviously we're in a okay, you need to see price or I see it. I think that will make it the easiest. Price either just one or two. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm, yeah. Okay. Well, there was one here. I can't take that one personally. I won't. I only see two. One, two, three. Yeah. But okay. The only thing I can point out here is where entries should have been, where you can start getting comfortable with seeing entries on a, if you know price is still continuing down. That was one. There was another one. And yes, I'm marking the imbalances, but also what I'm doing is if you look at price in general, which I'm going to do now, I see this. Price comes back into, um, uh, not discount, ach man, premium. But I mean, yeah, premium. Price comes back to premium and then continues. Same with this one. I think that one probably didn't even do it. This one as well. Price stepped in. Yeah. So no, you it's in a complete sell model. It can sell for the whole night. So the to answer your question is if you need to identify what the trend is and you need to fall into the trend. You expect reversals at a POI and then price action need to take place. There's so many things that need to take place to mitigate a reversal. So I think I took out my 1 hourly here. But because the 1 hourly was some here, because it bounced off the 1 hour and broke through it, after that I would have started looking for shorts. Right here and here and here for it, for what it's worth. But even here I was still not look for shorts yet. Yeah, so how would you know how to go into this buy here? Price pumped up with New York. Where you at? Price pumped up in New York for how many pips was this? Is that 500? No, 120, 140, 140 pips. After that, it came back to EQ or into discounts. Came back into discount, came back into equilibrium. And then, so now price is going back down. And for me to take the buy, I needed to see a couple of things happen. And that couple of things was here. So again, if I take that high, that was that run up to that point, and back into this, it's in oh, let's go here. Here's the POI. No, it wasn't that one. Sorry, it's this one. In discount, into a POI. Now I want to see something happen here. It came back up to EQ, POI, time was right. Let's see, 100, yeah, beautiful. My time and price aligns well. So now I've got 3 confluences, 4 being general bullish nature. So there was my 50. Here's another one. Just on the double zero, which helps on the 50. Now that I've met a POI, I'm still bullish because market tanked and everyone was looking short. I was, oh well, I didn't take this one, but it's usually the market primes you because it displaced into a POI. If price did the opposite going down, then yes. But now, after finding support in the POI, you can do your whole routine, I guess, or whatever your protocol might be. So mine was up until there, price displaced up, came back to EQ into that, did the same thing here, just on a smaller scale. And the entry would have been probably when this bullish candle started making, because you can even have gone in that one. Because if you look at a market maker buy model, sell model, here's a sell model, buy model broke out of it, came back, tested that as support, the new cycle came in. Yeah. So to answer your question, it's currently in a sell model until it reaches a POI. So first thing you probably do is just to see what POIs there are. And then lastly, I won't even consider taking a buy now because it's really moving with a lot of speed down. We don't know. That's a massive bear candle. It is finding support at EQ on the original run up. This is on the hourly. It did find support here. But that's a lot of momentum. It displaced. So this is very, very important. It displaced through EQ here. There's a little bit of a telltale that it did have some juice behind it. If price now, it's actually EQ again. Holding on EQ. If it comes start going down EQ, then yes. But for me to take a buy here, which I won't, here, it needs to then either break out, contest and go, or fail to come back. Also, fail to go down again and then maybe consider the buy. Either it's at the end of the day, it's if this, then that. If this, then that. It's, I think a lot of people get in trouble because they think the price is going to do this, price is going to do this, price is going to do this. The price is going to do whatever the price wants to do. We need to react to it. We don't predict it. We plot our road with higher time frame POIs or general POIs and then act accordingly. So if price fails to hold this EQ level of the massive expansion on up, it might continue down. But if price shows it holds it, we're also running out of time. There's an hour and 13 minutes left of this. So price might only come back to EQ here out of this example. This leg on down. The price might just come back to midnight open, which is, in my opinion, very probable. Price might just go this, there, wick around here, and then just finish up. Futures late and skis. Wat trade jy? Futures, Jim? Ek kry nie jou message nie. Sorry, bro. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. Oh, he sent it. No, I didn't. Ek nou almal van Discord afgepraat. Sorry guys. So, if this then that. A lot of people hmm, please do. No, cool. Yes, even because it's below it, you can actually see how it tapped off of it. That pink line, I should make this black. Beautiful example of it. And this is why people don't understand this is a okay. I'm gonna end with this. No worries, Riz. I don't know if you're still here. Um, can't tell me buyers are stepping in exactly at that same time. You can't tell me that this is an algorithm. This is made up price, especially with futures. Yes, there are manual interventions. Yes, there's manual manipulations. That's why news is there. That's why fundamentals take place. That's why Trump is there. Well, Trump does his own thing. But my point is that is too precise for buyers to step in. Hedge funds do agree on a set time and price beforehand, before the day, and they'll set out fixes. It's called fixes. Um, I actually got the indicator for fixes. Watch out. Let's. Yeah. Yeah. Previous day high, previous day low, previous week high, previous week low, and then you incorporate external, internal, external, internal, external, internal. You can go to that beat of the rhythm as well. It's beautiful when you start seeing the music play. Beautiful. Watch this. Come on, sausage. There you go. Oh, look at that. It literally ticked London fix. No, it's actually just short of London fix. Once again, uh, can you believe the displacement happened when the fix started? So this is an area where a hedge fund opened up orders or released orders. So sellers were coming in here, or not sellers, orders were laying down for sellers over here. This was predestined, pre-planned, pre-set out, this whole area. Price came, price came, price came. And the moment London fix opened up, everyone in London has been making, has been sold off. We can't make this stuff up. From there, didn't touch it even, all the way down. Can't make this stuff up. Love to see this algorithm in play. Love to see, but and once again, everyone has their own way how to skin this cat and approach the market. I've just had exposure to a lot of things, and I found what works for me and sticking to that. But the fixes are pretty cool. And London fix goes to Tokyo fix, and then Tokyo fix goes to London fix in Asia. Ach well, yeah. Fixtures are pretty cool. 30k likes. Gou kom loer. In die pips. Hallo, job. Ek weet nie wanneer jy die message gestuur het nie. Waar is jy? Hoe lank terug is jy? Is jy nog hier? He took this trade like okay, cool. Hy het hierdie pips se champ gevang. Yeah, awesome. Sy entry was hier. So ek dink ek sou weet hy het my gebied op hom in daai sin. Hy het hom daar gevang. Ek dink jy mens kon hom beter gegooi het nie. Regte PR gehad. Yeah, it was stunning. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, nee, ek het gecheck. Anyways, Leighton, ek wil gou Ek is ook klaar vir die week. Ek wil net die stream laat werk het vanaand en net alles laat gaan. Ek het dit alright goed in die week. So, yes. Ja, is hy. Yes, was besig om te rocket, ja. Ja, ek weet nie as jy Leighton Honey Pip se channel kan sien nie. Soms syne like so goed hou. And on Zusi's sin, ek het dit in syne ook gepost. Zusi took exactly the same entry as well. All three of us took the same entry. And I don't trade New York Open. So jy toch? Ja, jy leer dit aangaan nou. I quickly wanted to voice this, and this specifically for you. How do you know how to get an entry or when to enter? Especially because we obviously in the sell model here. There's no reason, rhyme or rhythm or anything that tells you when to buy. Nothing. You can't point out one part from where this started that it made a new high. Maybe an equal high, barely equal high, not even. High low, high low, high low, high low. I don't care about the low lows. Talking about making a new high. No new high, no new high, no new high, no new high. And you have to look, this one won't count. This one just actually just tapped in. If you look at the displacement, it wasn't even close to equilibrium on that one. No, it was, sorry. I won't say close. It rejected equilibrium beautifully. If it showed something here, maybe consider it. But what I wanted to point out, and this is actually a good example again. This is so beautiful when once you see it. And I'm making a video about this as well. Un momento, por favor. See? Nou, van z'n alles sal ook so weer in raak is as jy as as nie my beste weeks nie. Nou vir John vra om te kom. Nee, is iemand gelag is vir daai nie. Ag, dankie. Vir wie? Leighton. Jamal. Check it out. Same thing day in, day out, week in, week out. 100% job. Rinse and repeat scale. Rinse and repeat scale. Rinse and repeat scale. Is boring wees. Trading met boring raak na 'n stuk. Die leefstyl na dit raak exciting. Hier is die 1 minute chart. So dis 'n 1 minute candle, 1 minute candle. Okay? Right langs mekaar. Right next to each other. So I'm going to do this in English for anyone who's watching as well on TikTok. Geez, 30k likes. Goodness. I'm more than Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain had like 25k likes last night on Facebook. On TikTok. Thank you guys. Sorry. No diff. We still beat him on likes because I've got two very awesome people in the chat. So this 1 minute, two candles next to each other is no different to this. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's fractal. Yes, there's stuff that happens within it, but on the 1 minute, you can go down to the 1 second and it's going to be the same thing. I just want to change this song. Feels like I just stepped into, I wouldn't say Prezi's back in the day because I didn't even play this. I need it. Shit. Ja, jy gaan maar dit kom so. Ek gaan net hierdie vinnig maak. Price does one of two things. It goes from imbalanced to balanced. That's it. Or doesn't go to imbalance and just continues down. So price will go down and up. An example of this is right here. There's the left side of the 1 minute. There's the right side of the 1 minute. Model complete. Okay. On the daily, exactly the same. Now, price does one of two things. Either this, price does only do one of two things. Either this, what I just showed, or this. And then example of that is just back to EQ. Price displaced comes back to EQ. And if it fails, it might make a wick, little one, but it'll come back. So example of exactly that, oh, come on, is here, the previous one. So price went. That's it. EQ. It tests when EQ went into premium. From that leg extension. Oh, come on, sausage, forget it. From that leg extension to there, came back to EQ, failed at EQ. This one actually, did I draw that right? No, this one actually. Ja, oomblik as jy dit begin sien, gaan jy verstaan. So ek in my oog hou net EQ. Ek het ja. Ek het hierdie goed sê ja, nie maar baie tyd al gespandeer. Chum, Anipubs, Pablo, Reino, Chum. This TAPTA, we just spoke about TAPTA, and it's beautiful as far as you go back. I did explain it on stream now. The previous day, 9 o'clock can be utilized as a form of support. Yesterday's 9, I don't know, did you go through the charts? If you just do the last week, every time it came back and utilized it as support, and he gave away such a big golden nugget on that one. I knew about it. I watched the video. And Rich the Bull has him and Rich the Bull have a big video about TAPTA. And they go in depth about it. I didn't feel like I needed to utilize it because that's more for swing trading. It's really more for swing trading on a higher scale. They go from weekly and monthly and all that stuff where price displaces at 12 o'clock per se and comes back, finish the buy model, sell model at 12 o'clock. Same with a 9 o'clock, at a 3 o'clock or whatever it might be. But yeah, on the hourly, beautiful, I'm going to utilize because it'll help for our scalping setups. So extra confidence, I'm going to lean into it. Oh, TAPTA, as jy nie TAPTA, ja, Reach the Bull op Zusi. Ja, dis ek dink dit is nodig. Jy kan doen is okay. Jy is ver voor, jy mag dit doen. Enjoy yourself. TAPTA is baie interessant. Is baie interessant en dis net weer waar die algoritme inkom. O, jy is nou nog hierso, né? Jy het nou gemis van die fixes. Ek weet nie as jy gehoor het van die fixes nie. Ek het 'n ou wat net fixes trade. So mense nog hier, ek gaan vir die fixes wys. En ons het nou support by London Fix gekry. Is jy nog hier, Chim? Nee, only pubs. En dan kyk sy nog hier so is. Yes, okay, cool. Gepraat van data en algoritmes en manipulasie, and this is a whole algorithm. Now I want to show you where a hedge fund steps in. Right there. Don't you think it's very peculiar that price went through this, I wouldn't say all-time high, just mitigated the whole move. Finally went, reached the high, started displacing down. Yes, found support in the EQ of that extension, came back up, finished that buy model, and then as it started accumulating here, the moment London Fix opened up, price displaced and never came back and touched it. That's London Fix, or you can't see that. It's called London Fix. Price displaced, never came back. And how London Fix works, London goes to Tokyo, Tokyo goes to London. But it was so powerful, actually went to the previous day's London Fix, which is pretty cool. Um, the fixes are hedge funds area of filling orders. Every day they get fixed orders to fill, and let me give an example of orders being filled for fixes for hedge funds. If Australia wants to buy $50 billion worth of Toyotas, I won't say Hilux, Bucky's, but Toyota Corollas, for instance, in Japan, the the fees that'll cost, the bank transfer, bank fees will be astronomical. So how do they get that money across? They pay hedge funds. Hedge funds get to scope and arrange with traders to transfer a couple of million per trader. They get a $5 to $10 million allocation per trader per day. They get a range which they need to work in, and when their fixes are in, they say, okay, this to this. So this range was marked out for them. This range is marked out for them, for an example, from here to here. This whole range is marked out and says you can enter your orders for sales over here. The client gets the best price because they pay the hedge fund and not the bank for bank charges. And the transfer takes, it's like, how can I put a cash flow into Japan. And if anyone wants to find out more about this, the guy who taught me this is a guy who worked for hedge funds 26 years. His name is Cam. I've been in his group for 2 years plus. Stunning. And nobody talks about fixes. But the hedge funds use them day in, day out. Pretty cool. Yeah, fixes, Tokyo fixes. So if you want to incorporate Tokyo fixes specifically, fixes are usually and mostly used with the US dollar cross pairs. I did Forex for 4 years with 2 years plus with them. You got the EU, GU, AU inversely correlated with CAD, Yen, and Swissy. And if all of them are flowing in a state where three's dropping, three's pumping, and a dollar and risk sentiment with bonds and bond yields all correlates like shooting fish in a barrel. The volume was never there for me though, and I didn't have the capital to, how can I say, trade it profitably, number one, and number two, when I got into prop firms and at that point in time, I uh, I got slipped. The funded traders, for example, took about 200K of my accounts. I just lost all hope in that sense. So I went over to more volatile markets, which the stock markets is. Did a year about the Dow and got my first payout from the Dow, which is pretty cool in rounds. But nonetheless, fixes are very interesting. If you want to add to it, and it's your CFDs, NASDAQ, ES, and the Dow. Um, well, NASDAQ, S&P, and US 30. If all three of the fixes are hit, I can prove this. I can let you chat with the guy who trades this day in, day out. Danny Loveridge is in Europe. I still chat to the guy. Guy's brilliant trading fixes. If all three fixes are smashed, he can look for reversal. If all three fixes are met, For instance, London fix was met now down at the bottom. Actually, it was Tokyo. It shouldn't have gone to London. It was just big displacement down. But now that Tokyo fix was met from London, if it happens on all three assets, you can expect a reversal with a very high likelihood that it'll pan out. Very cool if you go in that route. But once again, to each his cool. To each his own on what you want to do and how to approach the market. Extra confidence, extra knowledge is always a good thing to have. Yeah, the fixes are very cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, so, sorry. Oh yeah. No, it did not. It barely stopped there. I was going to see yes. That's exactly what I'm checking now. I wanted to see where it ended up, and no, it didn't on ES as well. It's just short of it, so it might still continue. Yeah. Uh, Price loves stopping right in front of a POI and fake people out thinking there's a reversal, and then they come back, take it, and then the whole action gets into play. And you only see that out of experience of losing a lot of money. There we go. There you go. Yeah. Put your entry there. Yeah. Yeah. Now, what made this more interesting for me, the way the style I'm trading now, is I focus on probably you can. I think a lot of people call it smart money concepts. Um, and to each their own, I guess. For me, it's price action in general with terminologies that ICT brought out. Before that, for instance, you can find out a lot of what we're doing now in Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, which was written in 1902. Exactly the same stuff we're doing now. They just didn't have charts like we do. They had tickers, and after that, the DOM came out. But still, they utilize price. Oh, the most beautiful thing that I found, and out of that whole, it's a absolutely brilliant. I'd advise anyone um, to listen to that podcast. Well, it's an audio book. It's about 8 hours, 9 hours. If you have time and you really like trading, Reminiscence of a Stockbroker. Oh, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. It's brilliant and managing hundreds of millions. But it's awesome. It's really awesome. Um, Around how they. So if you didn't have a chart in front of you and you needed to trade uh, soya or beans or whatever the stock is for that, but that's let's say running or whatever you chose because you found movement or whatever it might be, the volume that's there or the economic macro influence. Um, there's a fire in Ethiopia and beans are rocketing for what it's worth. Um, they base the majority of their stuff on round numbers, interestingly enough. So if price closes and holds for a day above a round, let's say 300 is the round, they'll buy it till 400. They don't know what price is. Yeah? Yes, and it forms as support and resistance levels. If it rejects a 400, for an example, they'll come back and aim for the 300. So they just panned and played in round numbers and in price cycles, if you will. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And you can still utilize price cycles with time cycles. I can do that now. Guess where this thing bounced off of? 600. Yep. No, it bounced off around 22, 600. I've traded rounds for a complete year. A whole completely. I was so fascinated with round numbers that it was. I still have so many screenshots. Begin al hoe meer sien hoe die algoritme die groot geld help gemaklik ander ja, 100%. 100%, 100%, 100%. Ek moet meer chat kyk. Nietemin, nonetheless, rounds is a once again, I did it for 12 months straight rounds. I had the lines always on my charts. 4 rounds up, 4 rounds down, and those are my levels. And then I had this thing about 5 minutes before an hour or 5 minutes. It's macros in a sense, but if the first 5 minutes closes above a round, I targeted the next round. And then I scaled down and did 50s or half rounds, and then I scalped 50 pips here, 50 pips there, 50 pips here, 50 pips there, 50 pips here, 50 pips there. But the Dow is just never reliable in that sense. US 30 then. Yeah. Yeah. So beautiful enough, it displaced. Brother, you're talking my language here. I'm gonna, I'll treat you now to something very special. Um, watch, trust me. Price displaced through set round. It displaced. It not beat around the bush. It displaced. Came back in, tapped into equilibrium in a premium, rejected. Tata, see. Yeah, exactly. Displacement, fair value gap. Yeah, that. Yeah. I call it displacements, and I do utilize the terminology fair value gap as well. Imbalance, you can skin a cat in a couple of different ways. But yeah, um, it's beautiful to see the market as it is, as an algorithm. There are manipulations that do take place. There is human intervention. There is. But it was here as example. It's just like it turns on a switch. Okay, cool, we're in a sell model. The rest of the time, we find entries. Nobody said take your stop loss and stop lines. No. The price needs to take external liquidity, internal liquidity. It needs to go from inefficient to efficient. It's an algorithm. It's set up, and specifically futures. It is regulated, even though it's manipulated on set times and for fundamentals. Um, but because it's made up, you can have a bit more conviction that price is an algorithm. Simple. Well, for me. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You can't tell me here on my chart. I don't know if you see my chart. All of a sudden, exactly at 7 o'clock, not a big time, for example, it's not even, it's in the middle between London and um, New York. You can't tell me that this wasn't an algorithmic signature firing here. All of a sudden, we get a pump up. I scalped the move from here to here, knowing, okay, cool, this was the all-time high or the high that was targeting on a higher time frame. And it fired straight to it before opening up for coming back, taking out the guys who already saw that, took out everything on the lower, back to EQ of Asia, and then pumped again past it. Now we're at all-time highs. Okay, cool. And now I say all-time highs. I'm not sure because it's almost there. Is there? I don't know. There's like two candles floating somewhere. But now that that is met, cool. We're at highs. Now let's retrace, get the fix going, or orders thumping in. Um, yeah, buy model, sell model, buy model, sell model, buy model, sell model, buy model, sell model. Ek het aan training klein skelpse nou gewerk het. Time and price. Nee, stop it, ek like it. Jy is op daai cycle, ja, 57. So I'm just quickly seeing what Franco is saying here. He's not wrong. So Franco, jy gaan nog agterkom en glo my, jy gaan meer en meer sien. Daar's en ek wens en hoop en glo hy werk nou gaan nou uitwerk. Ek regtig ek doen. I want to say 60% or 70% of the time, it displaces through, fails, and the second one goes. But so this one, yes, this is one where I wasn't convicted or convinced to a point. But yeah, you're not wrong, number one. And number two, if this was one big candle, I would have been more convinced. So it came back. It just tapped in. If it displaces now through that level and then for an entry, beautiful. But I'm gonna watch this. I just want to see 56. There you go. Ah, okay, cool. Ek gaan jy die foto van die twyfel gee. Ek gaan jy die foto van die twyfel gee. Ja, ek sien. Cool. So ek het check, German. So ek kan jou op dieselfde blad. But that is currently a support. It's I don't even have to. There you go. So vir daai range nou, hierdie klein expansion key. Ja, hy is klaar weer daar, so hy moet weer ombreek of draai ten minste. Ja, ja, ja. Where did that go now? Oh, there you go. I opened that one. Cool. Yeah, almost. But so I'm gonna leave you with one thing. When I say leave you, um, hmm. I'm gonna see if you figure this out, but I won't leave you hanging. I promise you, I won't leave you hanging. I'm gonna say that I won't gatekeep. Um, I will not. I promise you. I promise. I promise you. If you don't figure it out in the next week, then I'll just spill the beans in it. But I want to see if you can figure it out. Okay. See it as a little, because what he just called out this move, and if it breaks past this high now, then he's golden. If it goes now past that, it's just a small model buy model basic thing. But that black line I drew there, something happened. Um, now just stating already that everything is vertel jy nog hier? Charles, jy nog hier? Slaap op die bank. Ek weet jy slaap. Nou ja, okay. Enigiets om te sê? Ja, dis wat ek dus. Okay, cool. Ons kom net so los. Alright, cool. So he agrees with me. Let's see if we can go fishing for it, brother. Um, watch when time and price aligns. And for now, that's all I'm gonna leave. And Zusi did this to me, and he still hasn't told anyone. Is literally his whole mentorship is, but even his platform is called Time and Price. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that, and I want to see what you come up with, because it took me more than, well, I wouldn't have figured it out if someone pointed out halfway the right way, and then I delved into it for a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, it's people are calling it voodoo. Not that I believe in voodoo and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna leave you with those two words. Time, well, yeah, two words: time and price. I want to see what you come up with because you obviously know what you're talking about. You obviously are already well salted in your stripes here. So if you don't get it in the next week, and I won't even leave you to next week Friday. If I ask you Tuesday or Wednesday and you still don't have it, I would love point out something for you that I think will blow your mind. Yeah. All right, cool. Deal. It's a deal. I couldn't figure it out in 4 months. 5 months, I guess. And it broke my head. It really broke my head, but I'm more specific in telling you actually this is what you need to go figure out. And I built an indicator. Well, I had someone build it for me in one of my groups. Um, build an indicator around it. And through that, even they were flabbergasted of the accuracy of what comes out. So, good luck, brother. Yeah, cool. So how much is it? I just want to quickly see on a different note. Still got Francois, jy gaan nog so 6, 7 minute met wag vir die expansion, but it really expects sideways. It is literally the last half an hour before the futures close. And I did call it to an extent, price might just go down, come back to midnight open and just fizz out. So don't expect a big move. Yes, I think you did say scalp as well. Klein scalp, so no gewerk. Well, so no gewerk. But yeah, the more you do it, the more you see it, the better it gets. What do I consider EQ? 50%. 50% to pullback. Yeah. Because price needs to decide after the full move whether it needs to go. It can still continue after a full pullback, but um, I'll take an entry only based off going back down EQ. So to answer your question, this would be seen as a reversal, not a pullback. You can see my screen, right? No, cool. Yeah, it made a new high. Yeah, come on. So yeah, we good. Where's my little pointer button? Cool. So here's a sell model, buy model. If I go in the 15-minute, you can see price actually stopped at EQ, came back down, and then continued up. So now this whole move is mitigated. It's balanced. After it broke out of that balance, oh, come on, that's a bad one. After it broke out of set balancing or pullback, the move is committed. Price range, yeah. Yeah. After pulling out of that price range, came back, utilized it as support, and now continuing up. I think just for a normal pullback, I want to see it back to 50%, but it can go all the way, and you need to pick up. I think it's tougher to get an entry on a full pullback, because you might. Give me an example here. Here you go. Okay. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%. So it's tougher to gauge a pullback when the move is mitigated or completed, when the price range is balanced. So here's sell off buy, sell model buy model. The whole model is beautifully completed. Yes, rejection candle and didn't make a new high, but still it balanced it out from set displacement to filling it up. And then price came and failed and failed and failed. And some people. Hmm? All right, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, at least. I think after that, yeah, I think after a big extension like that, um, there should be a retracement. And yesterday was a good example where it failed 3 times in a row to get back to EQ because price was so bullish. Let's see if I got this still here. This was yesterday. Price was so bullish in general. The price was in a rush to go up. Failed to go to EQ. That's how bullish it was. Second move again. Next leg. There. See there. I have one. It again failed. But yeah. This one, I think as well. Oh, this one did tap, I think. Oh no, this one came back at least. So I'll wait for a pullback into discount before I take an entry on pullbacks. You know. Anyways, welcome in nonetheless, brother. Good to have you. Mm. Let's not get bad at Danny. Enjoy. All right. Um, Monday to Fridays. Yeah, Monday to Friday. Seven. So I just trade New York PM. Well, we just trade New York PM session. Um, on Wednesdays, I try and trade, or will try going forward, try and trade New York AM session for Wednesday, because I go to church at night on Wednesdays to sell. And yeah, Monday to Friday, 7 to about this time, and try and keep myself accountable to just take one trade. That's all we target. Yeah, we trade from. Nice. Hmm. Ranger. Yeah. I I just yeah. So I did it so that I actually traded the last part of the session so that I don't have any time left to trade. It's yeah, I took the last 3 hours of the market. Okay, this is my window, the two last 90-minute cycles. And also, as Lucy said, if you could choose any time to trade, it would probably be PM session because it's cleaner because the move already happened and price might either reverse or continue. But you, now I've got this 3 hour window to focus in instead of having the whole day, London, New York AM, New York PM, lunch, whatever. So I zero down from 24 hours to 3 hours. Nonetheless, have a good one. Yeah, thanks for jumping in. Thanks for joining. Have a good one. Cheers. Lekker. Inte lekker aand. Cheers. Daniel, jy moet 'n awesome naweek verder hê. Seënwense vir jou. Bless you. Have an awesome rest of your night and weekend. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. On Monday, we can definitely. Hey, we have detected inactivity during your live currently. Complete the verification. Go. What? How am I inactive? Yeah, it says inactive. My, nee, my screen, ek kan my screen beweeg. Uh, is it? Duplicate. Cheers, JR. Ja, ek kan dit doen. JR, blessings vir jou, my broer. Yeah, I can open up call. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining. Have a beautiful evening. Stay warm, have a cup of coffee, snuggle up. Have a good weekend. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, Annie Pips.